squats when you work out? A lot of times it's thought that there's one correct way to do a squat, but the fact is that there are many ways to do a squat. But what are these different variations and why would you want to use them? Let's explore. Welcome back everybody to this week's episode of Trainer Tip Tuesday. Now all month long we're going to be discussing squats and squat variations. Why would you want to change away from the traditional squat or the gold standard rule of the squat, and what ways can you deviate from the standard squat? This is exactly what we're going to be talking about this week and all month.
This week we're going to talk about aligning your knees with your toes no matter where you decide or what width you decide to use when doing a squat. There are different reasons to choose a different width of your feet when you do squats, but no matter what width you choose, you always need to make sure that your knees are lining up with your toes. Let me show you some examples as Charlie does the squat. So if he has his feet pretty parallel, he wants his knees to be tracking right over his toes. So wherever his toes are pointing, he wants his knees pointing there as well. Now, if you take a wider stance, what happens naturally at the hip is that the hip has to slightly turn out, which means your toes have to slightly turn out and your knees have to slightly turn out. So you don't want to have your toes slightly pointed out and your knees going forward. Again, we want to have them lined up. So no matter if you're narrow and you're parallel or you're super wide and you're more turned out, you want to see that both your knees and your toes are pointing in the same direction.
Utilize these variations and tips the next time you do squats to not only challenge your body in different ways, but make sure the exercise is as effective as it can be when you do so.